Hi, and welcome to today's daily reading for the 29th of March. And today's daily reading is from Each Day a New Beginning, Daily Meditations for Women. And I apologise in advance for the whirring of my fan on my laptop. Seems to be an issue at the moment, but hopefully you can still hear me. So it starts with a quote today. Love is an expression and assertion of self-esteem, a response to one's own values in the person of another. The struggle to love one another may be a daily one for us, and it is made more difficult because we are still stumbling in our attempts at self-love. Many of us have lived our whole adult lives feeling inadequate, dull, unattractive, fearing the worst regarding our relationships with others. But this phase, this struggle is passing. We see a woman we like in the mirror each morning. We did a task or a favour yesterday that we feel good about, and when we feel good about our accomplishments, we look with a loving eye on the persons around us. Self-love does encourage other love. Self-love takes practice. It's new behaviour. We can begin to measure what we are doing rather than what we haven't yet managed to do and praise ourselves. Nurturing our inner selves invites further expression of the values that are developing, values that will carry us to new situations and new opportunities for accomplishments, and finally to loving the woman who looks back at us every morning. Self-love makes me vulnerable and compassionate towards others. It's the balm for all wounds. It multiplies as it's expressed. It can begin with my smile. So there you go, there's my smile. I'm looking back at me from my laptop, my noisy laptop, and I apologise for that. But I'm going to have to investigate what's going on with the fan because I just switched it on and it shouldn't be needing to cool down. So anyway, back to the reading. Love is an expression. It is. The struggle to love one another may be a daily one for us. It can be. And it is more difficult because we are still stumbling in our attempts at self-love. And I think that applies to many of us, that we are still not quite there when it comes to fully loving ourselves. Some of us haven't even reached the starting point of self-love. We don't even like ourselves. And that would have been me 20 plus years ago. I did not like myself. And it's taken me a very long time to sort of love myself. I don't class myself as fully loving myself yet because my self-care does not reflect that. If I fully loved myself, my self-care would be better. But that's me judging myself. I have come far. I have come many miles in my self-care. And I think that reflects in my self-esteem. It reflects in my self-love. And it reflects in my ability to look in the mirror and smile at myself rather than frown and wish someone else was looking back at me. So baby steps, whatever point you are at in your self-love, your self-esteem point on the grid, is it way down here where mine used to be, or is it way up here where I'm going to end up, hopefully, one day? It's a scale, and we have to pat ourselves on the back for the progress we've made, even if you've just started. Being willing to start towards self-love is a pat on the back moment. If you've been on the path for a while, but you're wishing that you were further on, then pat yourself on the back because you've been on the path for a while. It takes hard work sometimes. It can be painful, it can be lonely. It's certainly very, very vulnerable, especially if you're sharing with other people. So again, pat on the back. We are developing values that will carry us to new situations and new opportunities for accomplishments. And finally, to loving the woman who looks back at us every morning. Are you someone who avoids looking in the mirror because you don't want to look at that person that's there? You're very uncomfortable looking at her. Other people might love looking at her, but you struggle to look at that person in the mirror. Maybe today have a look in the mirror at her. Try and gently invite yourself to be willing to look in the mirror and say to her, "Hi, how are you today? Where are you on your self-love journey? Where are you with your self-esteem? Can you give yourself a little pat on the back or a high five today and say, you're doing a really good job. Look how far you've come. You know, I just invite you to do these things. It's entirely up to you if you do. But anyway, hopefully you have been able to hear me over the noise of this laptop. And I will say namaste, love to you all, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye now. Bye.